Hi, Freedom House family. You know, a couple of days ago, or maybe one day last week, I talked to you about celebrating and how the town of Dayton was celebrating the kids, and there was this great parade, and it was just really, really a wonderful day. Well, today, our counties in Oregon are celebrating. Many of the counties have now been released to begin phase one reopening, and salons are going to be opening again, and churches can start allowing a few people to come in, and restaurants and things like that will be able to start business again, which is really exciting. So there is something to celebrate. And as I was thinking about celebrating, I was reminded of King David. I love King David's life. There's so much we can learn from him. He was far from a perfect man. He had so many flaws, made many, many mistakes. But the thing I love about him is that he had a heart for God. He was even called a man after God's own heart. And I look to him for leadership and for wisdom a lot. And can I tell you, he knew how to celebrate. You know, there was a time where the Ark of the Covenant was in the house of a man named Obed-Edom. And we can read about this in 2 Samuel chapter 6. And while the Ark of the Covenant was in the house of Obed-Edom, his family prospered. They did well. They were doing great. Well, David had heard about this, and he realized that it was time to bring the ark back home. It was time to do the right thing and bring the ark back to the city of David, back to Jerusalem. So he makes the preparations and does the needed things. And I love what the scripture says, and it's 2 Samuel 6, and it starts in verse 13. And it says, when those who were carrying the ark of the Lord had taken 6 steps, he sacrificed a bull and a fattened calf. Wearing a linen ephod, David was dancing before the Lord with all his might, while he and all Israel were bringing up the ark of the Lord with shouts and the sounds of trumpets. Doesn't that sound like a party? I just love that. He knew how to celebrate. He was dancing basically in his underwear. You know, he had taken off his outer garment, and this ephod was just an undergarment. So, it was like dancing in his nightdress. So it was very, very intimate way of expressing his worship. But he was worshiping God, and he was celebrating that the Ark of the Covenant was coming home. Today, as we celebrate, as in our states that are starting to reopen and our counties that are starting to reopen, celebrate the win. But at the same time, I think it's important that we're patient with those businesses as they restart. Salons are going to be slammed because we all have COVID hair right now. We all want to go enjoy a meal at a restaurant. I've heard lots of people tell me that the first thing they want to do is go to a Mexican restaurant and sit and enjoy chips and salsa and a great meal. We're going to have to be patient. So celebrate the wins, be like David and dance and worship with all your might, and be patient as we wait for the rest of the opening to happen. Gosh, and another thing for us to celebrate today, if you are a Freedom House family friend, is our dear sweet Pastor Kathy is celebrating her birthday today. So if you see Kathy today, would you give her a shout out and say happy birthday? We are so privileged to have her as our lead pastor at Freedom House, and I am privileged to have her as a friend. And if you know Kathy, you know what I'm talking about. So I encourage you to reach out to her and wish her a happy day. Love you all. Bye-bye.